Antigua and Barbuda, and Puerto Rico. This one I didn't really have planned for a while, but because something happened recently that I will address at the end of this video. Did you know that before the European arrival to the Caribbean, these two islands of the Caribbean spoke the same language? In fact, the majority of the Caribbean actually spoke the same language before Columbus' arrival. With these two archipelagos only being a 3-hour flight from each other, I figured let's talk about it. These are pre-Columbian concept images of the indigenous peoples of Antigua Barbuda. They were known as the Caribs. And these are the pre-Columbian images of the peoples in Puerto Rico, known as the Taino. The Caribs lived in the Lesser Antilles, while the Taino lived in the Greater Antilles. It was said that our indigenous ancestors didn't get along with each other. Nonetheless, they still had the same traditions and language, which was Arawak. Both islands had the traditions and customs of making cassava, doing barbecues. Their means of transportation to travel to other land was on a canoa. Then the Europeans came, with Spain taking Puerto Rico, and France took Antigua Barbuda. Then, boom, the African slave trade took place, solidifying the Caribbean identity with its indigenous ancestry and African ancestry. And then Antigua Barbuda get taken over by England, and then England's bastard stepchild USA comes to Puerto Rico in the 1800s. Needless to say, a lot of division has happened in the past couple hundred years. And then in 1981, Antigua gets their independence, and Puerto Rico, well, you know, we're still in this limbo. Actually brings me to why I'm making this video. Because this pro-statehood politician has been using fear-mongering tactics with Antigua. That politician made unfolded and false allegations against the sovereign nation Antigua and Barbuda, claiming that the infrastructure developments are part of a military strategy by China, and saying their airport is used for communist Chinese bombers. The Minister of Foreign Affairs for Antigua Barbuda clapped back, saying his statements are not only baseless, but it also appears crafted to promote his long-held, unsuccessful desire to annex Puerto Rico to the United States as a state. Fatality. This is the part where I step in. To my people of Antigua Barbuda, politicians like those don't represent all of us. They're more like the sellouts of Puerto Rico, not us. Their main goal is to throw all of non-USA countries under the bus just so they can have a seat at US Congress. Over here, I would much rather have Puerto Rico have a seat at a table with y'all at CARICOM, the Caribbean community. That being said, shout out to my peoples of Antigua Barbuda, we love you. Y que viva Puerto Rico, pero un Puerto Rico libre de todos los brutos penepestes que están dañando nuestra patria día a día, mamando el bicho de los Estados Unidos. Me cago en la madre que te parió, aponte. Till next time, y'all.